Hiya, it's me, I'm back. Right, today I'm just going to do a little bit of fiddling around with the camera. Just check that I can be seen sufficiently. Bit high, but that'll do. So today what I want to do is I'll sit down for now, a short standing Tai Chi set. Before I get into the video, let's just chat a little bit about the important points with Tai Chi. Some of them may be familiar to you, but it never hurts to reinforce them. First thing is that by definition, Tai Chi is done standing up. And if you can stand up for 2-3 minutes, I do encourage you to do so. Because when you don't stand up, particularly for the older members of the population watching this, and I count myself among them, your legs start to lose muscle, and that's when you start to, your legs weaken and you lose what's called proprioception. You can't quite, that instinct about where your feet are and what you're doing, and that's when falls can happen. And falls are undoubtedly the biggest cause of problems in the elderly. So if you can stand up for a short time, I encourage you to do it. The other thing I encourage you to do as much as possible is when you are standing up, is to stand in a good Tai Chi posture, which I will take you through in a moment. Why? Because when you're standing up in a good posture, from the traditional Chinese medicine viewpoint, you are allowing the energy to flow. From a purely physical viewpoint, if you're standing in a good posture, all your joints are in alignment. And an awful lot of the problems that we have in terms of hips, knees and backs comes from the fact that people haven't stood in good posture, that you've leant over to one side, or you slightly lean forward, or you hunch your shoulders, or whatever. So the two key things are to stand up for as long as you can, and when you're standing, to stand in the best possible posture for you without causing yourself pain or discomfort. So, what is a good posture? Right. Start at the feet. You want your feet a hip width apart, and you want them parallel. So, not with your toes pointing out or in, you want your feet to be parallel. You want your knees to be soft. If you can, just tuck your tailbone under. Or imagine that you're pulling your belly button through a little bit closer to your spine, just to engage these core and abdominal muscles. Get your back nice and straight. Get your neck nice and straight with your chin parallel with the floor and the crown of your head pointing up at the ceiling. And when you are in a good posture, your arms should quite naturally hang by your side. I will turn sideways so you can see. The arms naturally hang down by your side, not slightly forward, not slightly back. And the other thing is just send your awareness back down to your feet and just check, is your weight evenly distributed across both feet? Are you leaning forward slightly? Are you leaning back slightly? Now, if standing in a good posture is something that you haven't done for a long time, because we do get into bad habits and it all feels a bit uncomfortable, don't worry. Just get yourself as close as you can, because the more you do it, the more your body remembers the good posture and the easier it is to get into it. Now, the other reason for standing in a good posture is even simpler. When you are standing upright, open, relaxed, your brain says, oh, she's feeling confident, and starts sending confidence chemicals, all kinds of confidence chemicals floating through your body, because your body associates this position, upright, straight back, open and upright posture, with confidence, because a confident person stands upright. A not confident person slightly hunches over. So simply standing, if you don't do anything else, simply making a point of a couple of times a day of just standing in the best possible posture that you can will do you the power of good. But having got you into this posture, let's do a little bit of Tai Chi. So, we're going to do 6 repetitions of each move. So I want you to start with your hands with the palms facing backwards. And as you breathe in, I want you to let your hands float out in front of you, which means that they go up. And then as you breathe out, just let them slowly sink back to the starting position. And we're going to do that 5 more times. Let everything be driven by your breath, so it floats out as you breathe in and floats back down as you breathe out. And I've now lost count. I think we've got 2 more to do. And when you've done your 6th repetition, just let your hands float down. Okay, so that move has pulled energy into what's known as the lower dantian. With the next move, we're going to try and fill up the middle dantian. And this move starts very much the same. Breathing in, your hands floating out in front of you, but this time turn your palms inwards. And let your arms spread apart as your chest and lungs expand. And then as you breathe out, everything just goes back to the starting position. Don't worry if you can't move your arms very far side to side. Doesn't matter. We'll do 5 more moves like this. And just relax and let go. Okay, so with the first move, we've filled the lower dantian. With the second move, we've filled the middle dantian. Guess what the third move is going to be about? It's going to be about filling the upper dantian. So, this time as you breathe in, I want you to bring your hands to form an arch. Now, if you can get your hands all the way up there, and your shoulders are nice and relaxed and nothing hurts, fabulous. If your shoulders are a bit iffy and you can really only get your hands up there, that's fine. Just go with a position that works for you. Okay, This move is a little more complicated than the other two. So I'll talk you through it a couple of times. So first of all, as you breathe out, I want you to transfer your weight slightly to the left-hand side, and at the same time, let your right arm uncurl, goes to horizontal. And then as you breathe in, your weight comes back to the middle and the hand comes back to the top. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. And I want you to imagine maybe that you're catching sunlight in your hand, even if the sun's not shining. And as the in-breath, imagine you scoop it in through the top of your head. And then we'll do one more move on each side. Again, it should be 6 repetitions, so 3 on each side. But this time as you breathe in, your weight comes to the middle. Everything's in the middle, your weight's in the middle, your hands are in the middle. And turn your palms outwards and let your hands sweep all the way down by your side. Now, with the other moves, we were filling you up with energy. And with this move, we're mixing all the energy up. Think of your hands like the paddles of a cake mixer. And again, we'll do this move 6 times. And on the 6th move, as you breathe out, just let your hands float up in front of your body with the palms up. And then imagine you've got a small ball in front of you. And as you breathe in, your hands go up and round the ball. And as you breathe out, they float down as you push the ball down. This is called balancing the chi. And we'll do this 6 times too. And then just bring your hands to rest in front of your tummy. And that's it. Those were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves